Close my darkened eyes and fill my heart with penance of the Lord. He is my Lord, earth after earth, and then the sky from enemies, and ignorance is destroyed. Today is the his character. Our second chance for mercy, friend of the Lord, Master devotees. O Master, be merciful to us. Give us the gift to live with peace. Your fame is spread all the free world. We take shelter with us. To the Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Sri Radhadesh. Hare His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai, Shri Rup Sanatana Bharagana, Shri Jiv Gopala Das Ragana, Shri Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Prem to go Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasudeva Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyamsakhi Radhakan Giri Govardhan Ki Jai, Mathura Dham Ki Jai, Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, Navadvip Dham Ki Jai, Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai, Ayodhya Dham Ki Jai, ISKCON Radhadesh Ki Jai, Gangamayi Ki Jai, Jamunamayi Ki Jai, Shrimati Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Shrimati Tulsi Devi Ki Jai, Shri Radha Gopinath Lalita Vishaka Ki Jai, Shri Jagannath Baladev Shrimati Subhadra Maharani Ki Jai, Shri Panchatattva Ki Jai, Shri Gaur Nitai Ki Jai, Shri Giri Govardhan Ki Jai, Gaur Premanande, all glories to thee, some devotees, all glories to thee, some devotees, all glories to thee, some devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Radha.
Namo Vishnu Pada Vishnu Namaste.
Is the one great crazy Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Gopi Ramana Om Agyan Durandasya Gananjana Salakaya Chakshuru Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Vishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Yati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Rosh Shri Padam Shri Vaishnavam Shra Shri Rupam Sadhudadam Sadhalagratam Jidam Tam Sadivam Sadhaitam Savadudam Vrijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Puram Sadhana Lalita Shri Sadhanam Shra Hey Krishna Karna Sindhu Kinarando Gajare Gopesha Gopika Nanda Radha Moshe Radha Ramani Radhe Vrindavameshwari Krishna Shuti Ramam Yuripriye Bhakta Dhruvesha Vipasinu Vyaja Pradinana Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Yadvati Radha Shivasri Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 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 Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 13, Text number 10, the Dynasty of Maharaj Nimi. Deham Navaru Shri Sheham Deham Navaru Shri Sheham Dukkha Shoka Bhayavaham Dukkha Shoka Bhayavaham Sarvatrasya Yato Mrityor Sarvatrasya Yato Mrityor Vatsyanam Udakeyata
Avarutseham Dukashoka Vayabham Sarvadrasya Yato Mrityu Matsyana Mudake Yatha.
Ladies. Deham, a material body. Na, avarutse, desire to accept. Aham, I, dukkha shoka vayavaham, which is the cause of all kinds of distress, lamentation, and fear. Sarvatra, always and everywhere, within this universe. Asya, all the living entities, will accept the material bodies. Yataha, because, Mrityu, death, Matsyana, of the fish, Udake, living within the water, Yata, light. Translation to report by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. I do not wish to accept the material body, for such a body is the source of all distress, lamentation, and fear, everywhere in the universe, just as it is for a fish in the water, which lives always in anxiety with the fear of death. Purport. The material body, whether in the higher or lower planetary system, is destined to die. In the lower planetary system, and the lower species of life, when they die soon, and in the higher planets or higher species, when they live for a long, long time. The death is inevitable. This fact should be understood. In the human form of life, one should take the opportunity to put an end to birth, death, old age, and disease by performing tapasya. This is the aim of human civilization, to stop the repetition of birth and death, which is called mrityu samsara varmane. This can be done only when one is Krishna conscious, or has achieved the service of the lotus feet of the Lord. Otherwise, one must rot in this material world, accept the material body, subject to birth, death, old age, and disease. The example given here is that water is a very nice place for a fish, but the fish is never free of anxiety about death, since big fish are always eager to eat the small fish. Palguni tatra mahatam. All living entities are eaten by bigger living entities. This is the way of material nature. Astani sahastanam apadani chatuspadam aguni tatra mahatam shiva divasya jivanam. Those who are devoid of hands are prey for those who have hands. Those devoid of legs are prey for the four-legged. The weak are the subsistence of the strong, and the general rule holds that one living being is food for another. The Bhagavatam 1:13-47. The Supreme Personality of God has created the material world in such a way that one living entity is food for another. Thus there is a struggle for existence, but although we speak of survival of the fittest, no one can escape death without becoming a devotee of the Lord. Harim vina naiva shutim taranti. One cannot escape the cycle of birth and death without becoming a devotee. This is also confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Aprapya mam nivartante mrityu samsara vartmane. One who does not obtain shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna, but certainly wander up and down within the cycle of birth and death. So the text again. I do not wish to accept the material body, for such a body is the source of all distress, lamentation, fear, everywhere in the universe, just as it is for a fish in the water, which lives always in anxiety because of fear of death. Namo Vishnu Vidaya Krishna Prasthaya Buddha Srimad Bhagavatam Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prasharane Nirvishesha Srinivadi Paskadyate Satane. For an ordinary materialist, such a conversation or a class about death would be considered quite morbid. They'd say, well, why can't you think of something more positive? Why dwell on the negative? But actually our whole Bhagavatam, our whole philosophy, is based upon the fact that this body is only temporary. Krishna Maharaj is on the point of dying, and he asked the sages, what is my duty? Now he could have asked, do you know of a good Ayurvedic doctor who knows how to cure snake bite? But he wasn't interested in that. Because whether we get bitten by a snake today, or something happens to us tomorrow, we're only here for a very short period of time. Just like if you're going to go on a journey and you stop by a restroom, so the restroom may not be clean, but you're not going to spend your whole time cleaning the restroom, because you know you're only there for a brief period of time, and then you have to leave and go to your destination. So to spend all our time taking care of this body and forget where we're going, stopping the restroom and forgetting the destination we're going to, is considered to be shravam eva kevalam, or a waste of time. Therefore, Krishna Maharaj asked, what is the duty of a person who's about to die? Shukadeva Goswami heard the question, and he didn't say, my dear Krishna Maharaj, are you depressed? As Bhakti Prabhupada Maharaj said when he asked his mother, Mother, what happens at the time of death? So his mother said, are you feeling sick? In other words, for an ordinary person, they have no idea what death means. Nor do they want to find out. They want to live in the illusion that somehow or another we're going to live here forever. Ahani, ahani bhutani, gachanti amalayam, shesha sarishandi, kemaskaryam tatparam. When Maharaj Yudhisthira was asked by his father in the form of a yaksha, what is the most wonderful thing in this world? He didn't mention the Leaning Tower of Pisa or the Ankh Trial. No, he said the most amazing thing is that in every moment, so many living entities are entering to the jaws of death, and those who remain behind think that they're going to stay here forever. When Shukadeva Goswami heard the question, what is the duty of a person who's about to die? He said, Varyan Eshate Prashna. This is actually a worthy question. It's a glorious question. Varyan Eshate Prashna. Krita Loki Tarabha. And this question is beneficial for everyone. The person who asks the question, the person who receives the answer, and the audience. Varyaneshate prashna kritam lokiha hitavripaha atmava samatam pumsam shrotavyadisi yakparaha. Because generally people are asking questions. Every living entity is asking the question. The problem is that they're asking the wrong questions, because they're interested in the wrong answers. Shota vyadishu yakpara, shota vyasya, Shruta-vyadini Rajendra Shinam Shanti Sahasrashaha Apashitam Atmatattvam Griheshu Grihavedina. Griha means a house. People are asking about their house. That's what the word is about. The first house we're living in is this body. So the visual conception is, if the body is healthy and strong, then we're happy, then we're protected. But in order to maintain our body, then we have to have a covering, clothes, a roof, and therefore we're busy shopping, trying to find the right clothes, the right house, the right car, and we're busy asking questions. Which is the best car? Which are the best clothes? Which is the best electric toothbrush? Which is the best everything? So we can feel the most protected. So everyone has hundreds and thousands of questions. I said even the bird species are asking. They're going beep beep. Does anyone know the translation of beep beep?
I want food.
What's that?
I want food.
Almost.
But I'm here.
No. Means where's the worm? And beep 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 means it's over there. So everything is asking questions and they're receiving answers. But in the human form of life, what are people asking about? They're asking Nidraya Ritenatam Bhavayana Kavavaya Divya Charte Hararajan Katumba Varninava Divya Nidraya means at night. Nidraya Ritenatam. So at night they're asking questions, whether trying to figure out how to sleep or have sex. And during the day, in order to have sex and sleep nicely, you need a house, you have to maintain your family. So then during the day, they're working hard, going shopping, and working hard to get the money for shopping. So that's life in the material world. Puna, punas, charvata, charvanana. If we read the newspaper, the same thing is over and over again. This country is being attacked by that country because they're trying to steal their, whatever they're trying to steal. Their food, their clothing, their buildings. And this person's robbing this person's cheating this person. It is simply this person's eating today nicely, this person's not eating so nicely. So eating, sleeping, mating, defending, this is the subject matter of human society. Working hard so we can do these things. And what's the idea of why do we have to eat, why we're so concerned about sleeping, mating, defending? Because deha patya kalatradishu atma sanesha satsupi tesham pramato nidanam pashana pina pashyati. So pramata means madness. So what are we mad about? Because what are we confused about? We're thinking my body, if I do my exercises and I take my vitamins, then deha apatya, my wife, my deha patya, kalatra means a wife, apatya is my children, adishu. And if you have a wife, you have children, you have a material body, then you can have so many other things too. Atma sanyesha says to be. There are soldiers to protect our body, make sure our body is comfortable, strong, healthy, and then we're strong, healthy, comfortable, we're doing all right. Life is good. And these are all to protect our body. It's a whole arrangement to be happy in the material world. But Pramato Nidanam. But there's madness. Because no one is happy in the material world. Everyone is just struggling to become happy. Pashanapina Pashati. But the illusory energy will not allow us to see these things. Instead, we're thinking if I can live a couple of years longer, then my life is successful. But we've been here eternally. Well, at least we're eternal. We've been in the material world since time immemorial. Trillions of lifetimes of Brahma. And we're still going to die. We haven't made any progress. As Srila Prabhupada was asked when he was in England, he was asked, why in India so many people are dying? So Prabhupada said, everywhere I go, people are dying. Matter of fact, even in the most advanced country, England, in the world, still the death rate is about the same as in India. It's 100%. So people don't know this. Pashanapi and Pashati. They're just imagining something else is going to happen. Therefore, this philosophy is meant to wake people up. My dear sir, not only are you going to die, you actually don't die. Your body dies. But your body can die. Because the body's already dead. Something that's dead can't die. Therefore, the body's already dead, and you're alive. And you're going to live forever, but not necessarily in the spiritual world. If you act in the material world to maintain your body, if your body becomes your worshipful deity, and you spend all your energy trying to maintain your body, you love and care for it, and try to get others to love and care for it, then the result is you'll have to get another body. And you'll have to get another body and suffer the same way you're suffering. You're going to have to go back to school and learn again that 1 + 1 is equal to 2. You may take it for granted now. You know all these things. But just wait when you're 3 years old and you got to pass your first math test. How much anxiety are you going to be in? Again, the dentist is either going to drill your teeth or take out the baby ones. Again, the whole thing all over again. But people aren't worried about that. Matter of fact, they don't care. They've lost their intelligence. They can't see that they're not going to die because they've already changed so many bodies. And yet they haven't died. They didn't disappear in spite of all the changes of body. So they came to this body, they'll get another one. But not necessarily a human one. Human form of life is quite rare. Therefore, they're risking to wind up in the lower species of life. Death is assured, but death is not the problem. The problem is where we're going to go after death. But people don't care. All they're interested in is sense gratification, like the lower animals. As I mentioned before, the Prabhupada was on his way back from a movie. And the name of the movie was, probably didn't go and see the movie, he was just going to a doctor's appointment. And on the way back, they passed the advertisement for a movie, and the advertisement said, well, the name of the movie was, Is There Sex After Death? So Prabhupada came back, gave his lecture, and mentioned on the way back to the doctor's appointment, he saw the title of the movie, it was, Is There Sex After Death? And at that time, most of the devotees, they were going out and distributing books. So Prabhupada said, you should tell all the people that you meet that they don't have to worry, that there is sex after death. In 8,400,000 species of life. And if they know that, then they won't be afraid of death. So this is very important that people have an opportunity to actually go back to a place where there's no material misery. Mrityu samsara bhartmani. But they're not interested. They're not even interested in that we're not this body, I was distributing a book to one person in Austin, Texas, a long time ago, student. And I showed him the changing body, how the body's changing. And I asked him, which body do you have? You've had so many bodies. And somehow or another, he became aware of the fact that he's not the body. And so, he said, that's wonderful, I'm not this body. That's fantastic knowledge. So I closed the book, I gave it to him, I said, well, take the book and give a donation. So he gave me the book back and said, no, I'm not interested in the book. And then he shook my hand and said, wow, that's fantastic knowledge. And then left. So that's called Maya, an illusion. The bird, they open the cage, the bird walks out, does a little dance, and then in fearfulness, it goes back into the cage, be protected, and then they close the cage, and he feels protected. So we have an opportunity to escape from birth and death, and we're thinking, what's the big deal? But we have to understand that it is a big deal. Birth is not a very pleasant situation, and no one is looking forward to death. As I always say, no one sings. We sing happy birthday to you, but no one ever sings happy death day to you. So no one is looking forward to death. It's not on your calendar. Invite your friends over for your death day, generally speaking. Have a big party. Unfortunately, you won't be there for the prashad. What to speak of old age and death and disease? Everyone is trying to avoid those things. Cover it over, try to deny it, act as if you're 5 years old when you're 99. Actually, usually people, when they do get 99, they act as if they're 5 years old. But that is not the purpose of life. The purpose of life is to get out of the material concept by entering into the spiritual concept, that actually focusing the mind on Krishna. So that eventually when the heart becomes purified, then one can actually live with Krishna in the spiritual world. There's not a waiting for the time of death. Then some miracle will come along that Garuda will come riding in the back, or Vishnu will come riding in the back of the Garuda and pick us up in the ocean of birth and death. If we're absorbed in the ocean of birth and death, in sense gratification, then when Vishnu comes riding on the back of Garuda, he won't be able to find us on the surface of the ocean. And he's probably not about to dive into the ocean looking around for us. So we have to get out of the ocean of birth and death by becoming conscious of Krishna. And that's what this whole process is about. That if we actually, under all circumstances, we're able to fix our mind upon Krishna, then even at the time of death, we won't be disturbed by the modes of material nature. But for that, we have to utilize Krishna's energies in Krishna's service. Apurimanam Chala Pratishtam Samudram Apa Pravishanti Yadva Tava Kamyam Pravishanti Sarve Srishanti Matnoti Nakam Kami. Person is not disturbed by the incessant flow of desires that enter like rivers into the ocean, which is always being filled, but is always still, can alone attain peace, not the person who strives to satisfy such desires. So desires are constantly flowing through our minds. The question is which desires we're going to fulfill. If we hear about Krishna, hear how to properly understand things, put things in the right perspective, develop a mood that everything here is Krishna's property, and then with care and attention, I should find out how to utilize Krishna's property in Krishna's service, to please Krishna. If we develop that service attitude, then the result is that the desires or the intelligence that will which are most suitable for performing devotional service with care and attention, will arise within our minds, and we can be directed by them, by the super soul. That's his desire, and we follow those directions. That's why he spoke Bhagavad Gita, so we can understand how to do our service in Krishna consciousness with care and attention, just to please Krishna. Every other desire will simply put us into either the mode of goodness, or the mode of passion, or the mode of ignorance. The mode of goodness may have a good reputation, the mode of passion less, the mode of ignorance may be criticized a lot by those who are in the higher modes of nature. Because in the mode of ignorance, we're simply trying to control everyone and everything, and people don't like that. In the mode of passion, we're trying to enjoy each other, so that's more acceptable. Or at least we're trying to exploit the material resources. In other words, sometimes we cooperate with each other to exploit the material resources. Mode of ignorance, there's no cooperation, there's simply destruction. Mode of passion, there's cooperation to exploit others. And the mode of goodness, we try to save everyone. We try to give them knowledge, live in harmony, enjoy the material world with mutual satisfaction. But whether we're trying to be the controller or the enjoyer or the savior, it is all illusion, because we're none of those things. We can play some part, or we can be put into a drama where we imagine ourselves to be one of those things, but these things are actually just plays, dramas acted out by the modes of material nature that we misidentify ourselves with. And because we misidentify ourselves with these dramas, therefore we become implicated in the desire that the drama go in some direction or some other direction. But whatever direction the drama goes in, we'll simply be implicated in causing ourselves to be put into another drama in the future. So the conclusion is, if we want to stop the repetition of birth and death, we have to stop our illusory drama and instead identify ourselves as dasa, anudasa, and whatever situation we're in, take shelter of Krishna and his representatives, specifically to see how everyone and everything belongs to Krishna, to desire that we find out what Krishna wants us to do with his energies, and desire simply to please Krishna by performing service to him under the guidance of his representatives. Then gradually, Krishna dadami buddhi yogam tam, more enthusiastic, more steadily we engage in such service, then the more Krishna will give us intelligence, and more steadily, more enthusiastically engage in service. And when Krishna sees we're completely sincere, then he reveals himself to us, and gradually we become purified from the tendency to do something other than pure devotional service, to see things in a different perspective other than in relation to Krishna. So when the heart is clear, then Krishna takes charge, and then Krishna will utilize his energies as his instrument to do his will, which means to spread Krishna consciousness to others. Otherwise, we're just, again and again, we'll simply work hard to try to maintain some material body and some spiritual body, and ultimately we'll fail because it's not possible to exist in the material world for very long. And even if we exist for a long time, still death is there, and our next body may not be so much predictable. So I'll stop there. Thank you. Any questions? Yes.
So Maharaj, we perceive the super soul mainly by intelligence.
Well, unless we have intelligence, we don't see anything. But yes, in the Bhagavatam, second canto, second chapter, verse 35, the super souls perceive, and our ability to conceive of things and take help with the intelligence. So the fact is that this body is simply the permutation and combination of the material elements that we see around us. But the living entity ourselves, we're not affected by this visual energy. We remain exist aloof from it. But to see things like that, we have to take help of intelligence. So intelligence is the form direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the form of the super soul. Just like the father instructs the son, or the teacher instructs the student, so our Father, the super soul, is in our heart, giving us intelligence. So we perceive the super soul, the fact that he's giving us intelligence. And we have a choice. We can utilize that intelligence, get out of the dual concept of life, and identify ourselves as eternal spiritual souls, or we can deny that and identify ourselves with our gross and subtle bodies and utilize our intelligence to gratify our senses and mind. So that's our free will, how we want to utilize the intelligence that Krishna is going to supply to us, either for sense gratification or for liberation. Anything else? Yes.
I was talking with a boy, young boy, who was 14 years, and I'm 14, 15 years, and so I asked him if he knows something about spirituality or about religion. I said he was not religious, but some or other, he said that he was afraid of death. You know, he said he was afraid of death. Like, so then and he was also worried about what will be after that also, of course. So he was a little bit thinking about it. So what would you say in this kind of situation to this boy?
Where did you meet him?
On the street, just...
Oh, selling the Bhagavad Gita. Selling the Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah,
What's that?
He was very young and he had no money with him.
Nothing at all.
No.
Don't give him
I gave him a little card with
Yeah,
Hare Krishna mantra.
Yeah, tell him to chant Hare Krishna. Go on the internet, look
Yeah.
at the database. Everyone has a smartphone nowadays, access to the internet. So ask him to go on the internet. Tell him to look up Bhagavad Gita and read it. And it'll solve his problem. Yeah. What else can you do? What else can you tell him? Don't be afraid, it's alright. Anything else? Yes.
A yogi who leaves the body at will, is that considered suicide?
No. It's a determination. Proper, it's missing power. Now the question, where is he going to go? He leaves his body and goes downtown Brussels. That's almost suicide. Especially if he doesn't go and marry now. Yes.
You also said some verse about the Bhagavad Gita, about the rivers and ocean, the desires are like, what
Yes.
verse is this? Which
Chapter 2, verse number 7. Yaya Kamayak Sarvam Bhumas Charti Nispriha Nirmamamra Ahankara Shanti Madhikashiti. Person who gives up all desires to sense gratification, who lives free from desires, gives up all sense of proprietorship and is devoid of false ego, he alone can attain real peace. Esha Brahmasiti Parata Nayam Prapni Vimuyati Siva Simantikalepi Brahma Nirvana Rishati. That is the way of spiritual and godly life, after attaining which man is never bewildered. Being so situated even at the hour of death, one can enter into the kingdom of God. 70 to 72. Chapter 2. Anything else?
At this point,
Yes.
big connection. The point you say, because we say happy birthday, but I like that you say, nobody will say happy death day, because, but it's the fact that everyone in the material world will die and get
Yes,
burned again.
that's true.
It's amazing. It's why we are so happy by saying happy birthday.
Yes.
Because it's not
That means that some happy birthday means they had an unhappy death day. And for the child, it's really not a happy birthday. Did you ever see a child delivered? Was your child happy when it was born? Was it crying? Did they hit it? Your entrance into the world is you get a scream. Happy birthday. The mother's not happy, the child's not happy. Only the doctor is going to collect some fees so he's happy. Everyone else is miserable. Now the father has to work like a dog. It's not very pleasant for anyone. But it's a myth, that's all.
Maharaj, these people in the heavenly planets who don't die.
Everyone dies.
Yeah, but how do they know they're gonna die if they don't?
They don't know they're going to die, it's even worse. They don't know they're going to die, so they're always in anxiety. When am I going to die? Actually, they do know it. The woman at the last year of the demigod's existence gets pregnant. And then after the child is born, then they die. And when they die, they have to go through the heavenly planets to get to the earth planet. And on the way, Rakshasas start devouring their bodies. It's quite a miserable existence on the way down here. The demigod body gets eaten by Rakshasas. So, thinking I'm going to be happy as a demigod, well, there's going to be some unpleasant experiences. Anyhow, we can talk about miseries of material existence, but we should also talk about the happiness of spiritual existence. That's our choice. We can learn how to be happy in devotional service, or we're going to have to continue suffering in material existence. All that serve our false ego are a dream that we're something special, and that we're making progress and becoming even more special. All right, thank you very much. Kandraj, Srimad Bhagavatam, Ki Jai. To the Prabhupada, Ki Jai.
No, I just have problems like sitting in the posture that we sit. I need to practice, which I don't. And then I sit in the library all day. Now I just feel yes, I don't feel flexible. But maybe you can ask maybe a few exercises you can do every day to do that. I can do it if you have some skip them. So no, it's just let's say lie on the floor. So something here, but I don't need to just sit all the time. No, it's just since I need a lot of time in my life, I always sitting. And now when I sit, it just comes back. And this is so I'm good. You feel with this muscle or this inside? Inside. If you do this, is okay. Right? Yeah, I like everything. You have to stretch. Right? But because the best thing is when I lie on the floor. So they say it's good for the ankles. Just to lie. So straight. It's easy for me. Yeah, to feel to my room. There is the
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Gaura Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,